might not always seem like it, but little things we do, tiny acts of kindness, can lead to giant success in school and relationships in the workplace.
Psychologist Greg Walton explains it all in his new book, Ordinary Magic, the science of how we can achieve big change with small acts. And Greg joins us now. Thanks for being with us.
Hey, thank you for having me.
So this is, it sounds like this is a lot about your attitude, and is there a lot more to it than that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's about your attitude. It's also about really appreciating and understanding your own humanity, the experiences you have, how the worries like, can I do this? Do you really love me? How they come to the table for people. Not suppressing those, but being able to see those and then answering those questions in ways that can help you succeed.
Yeah, you say like change your thought process, especially to approaching big things, like rather than being overwhelmed by the problem, turn it into kind of a question and answer session?
Yeah, I think often there's this dynamic where we implicitly or explicitly kind of blame the individual when they have worries. But often these worries are coming to you from the context. Like you walk into a situation, maybe you're a first generation college student, your family literally has not belonged in college before. So of course you're going to wonder, can people like me belong here? It's about being able to see those questions, to know that they come from the world around us, and then being able to work with yourself and with other people to answer them effectively. And what the science shows is just blown my mind. Honestly, I never could have imagined when I started as a researcher to see the kinds of change that we can see in research studies.
You have a lot of great little nuggets about things that can really help people, and I'm just trying to find out what's behind them. You say there's a one-page letter that will keep your kids out of jail.
Yeah. So that's a project that began in Oakland, California here, but it's one that's a deep collaboration, in fact, now with Chicago Public Schools. And basically, a kid comes back to school from juvenile detention, and everybody is aware of the stereotype that this kid's going to be a troublemaker, they're going to cause problems. The kid is aware of that, the teachers are aware of that, the administration is aware of that. That hangs over everybody's head. And so what we do in this project, which began more than a decade ago, is we create a platform for kids to be able to think about first for themselves and then to be able to share what's really important to them in school, who they really want to be, how they can use school to achieve their goals, and the kinds of challenges they have that an adult in school who wants to support them could help them with. And we take the content that kids produce in that session and we give it to a teacher that the child chose in a one-page letter. So the child nominates a teacher, say Miss Sanchez, my math teacher. And we approach Miss Sanchez and we give that teacher this letter and we say all kids need strong relationships with adults to succeed in school, particularly in difficult circumstances. This child has chosen you to be that person for them. And here's what they would like you to know about that.
Interesting. But I'm thinking specifically, especially kids who have endured trauma, maybe they don't have the language or the awareness to say, hey, I need these three things from you, an adult.
Absolutely. So that's why there's about a 30 to 45 minute session that creates the right structure for kids to be able to do that, to be able to get to that for themselves. And then we share that with that adult. So it's a kind of scaffolded experience. And, we find that about half the time that letter is delivered, the educator actually cries upon receiving the letter. We had a CPS administrator a couple of weeks ago deliver a letter, and he said that the teacher didn't cry, but the teacher said, I think you made my week.
Oh.
I think you made my year. So it's incredibly impactful for an educator to be able to get that space to then be able to go to work for that child.
That's amazing. You also say there are 17 words that will increase the odds that your middle schooler will go to college.
Yeah. Yeah, so this again is about the trust between teachers and students. Those 17 words basically say, I'm giving you this feedback because I have high standards and I know that you can meet them. Oh. And the reason that's important is because if you get a whole brick load of critical feedback on your work, it's easy to wonder, does this person have my best interest at heart? Are they judging me? Do they not like me? Do they not believe in me? Do they judge my whole group perhaps? And those words dispel that, and then they allow that child to work forward, to revise their work for a higher grade, to sustain their trust in teachers. They get in conflict less with teachers the next year. They're more likely to get onto on-time tracks for college, and then they end up going to college.
And you say that there are also some applications to marriage.
Yeah, also work done in Chicago. This is work led by Eli Finkel, who's at Northwestern. And this was work where couples, Chicagoland couples, were normal couples, not people in any kind of marital distress, were completing a survey every few months about the biggest conflict in their marriage, just telling the researchers what they were experiencing. And then the addition was that they were asked 3 questions. What would a neutral third party who wants the best for all, how would they see this conflict? What barriers prevent you from taking that perspective in a conflict situation with your spouse? And how can you overcome those barriers to take that perspective in a future situation? And couples did that every few months, and that stabilized marriages. It stopped a kind of downward decline in closeness and satisfaction and intimacy.
Interesting. Well, the book is Ordinary Magic, The Science of How We Can Achieve Big Change with Small Acts. You can find more at Greg's site. There it is, GregoryWalton.com. Thanks, Greg.
Thank you.